What's up, guys? It is Sophia, aka Sophie, back on Sophia's Football Talk and ready to talk about Manchester United versus Burnley, which ended 3-1. I will be trying to do this video a little bit different as I will just overall talk a little bit about the highlights and then at the end, very quickly, give you guys my player ratings, where 5 obviously will be average. And we'll see. Not that many people got like amazing scores, but we'll get more deeper into that throughout the video. So if you guys are interested, please consider subscribing and let's start the video. I'm very happy that the game ended 3-1. Of course, we won. Not gonna complain about that. There are definitely some things that we need to nitpick a little bit on. The fact that first half was definitely very boring. Lackluster. I didn't really feel like anything exciting was happening. Not that I even can remember. The game was very slow paced in general. I felt like Burnley came in with a plan. They definitely seemed a lot more higher up maybe. I'll say to some extent, especially in the first half, a pretty solid defense. They are known to be very much like park the bus type of mentality. But at the same time, I also felt like they came in trying to get something out of the game. In hindsight, they didn't, but they tried to, if that makes sense. So it was boring. In the second half, we had Cavani coming in for Fred. And I completely forgot that Fred was even in playing. Felt like he was very anonymous. I do usually see him though, regardless. But I didn't really feel like he was that present during the first half. But regardless, I'm not complaining that Cavani came in because second half got definitely a lot better. Because that's when we got all the goals. Because first half in general, we ended with 0-0 right before halftime. Second half, we actually did indeed get a goal where Mason Greenwood scored. Yet again, he's performing, doing well. And we had Rashford playing as he wasn't playing in the Granada game on Thursday. I thought it was very important for him to get an assist because overall he had a couple of chances, and I'm talking about Rashford. He missed a couple of them. He got an assist. I'm not going to take that away from him. God bless. So when we did score in the 48th minute, only 2 minutes later, Burnley scored. They got a corner. I apologize if I am mispronouncing his name. I'm not the best with names, okay? But James Tarkowski did score a header. He murdered Harry Maguire with that. Like, Harry Maguire did not have a chance at all. And after that, I felt like we did a couple of mistakes. To me, it seemed like Burnley was maybe more closer to getting a second goal, just because of the way that they were pressing the United players in general, especially throughout the midfield. I felt like we still continued with the slow pace. Like whenever we had a counter-attack, it went pretty slow. We stopped and then we gave like a second pass to a defender or whatever. I really don't like when we've been doing that. I think we should be controlling games a lot better. That's the same thoughts that I also had for the Tottenham game. Yeah, we were a lot better in the second half, but for the first half, we don't be controlling games. When we did indeed get the second goal, that was in the 84th minute, and Mason Greenwood did score again. We had a Paul Pogba assist. Great. Mason Greenwood just shows why he is such a great attacking player. He can be lethal when it's needed, and he just proved why he still is a pretty important player for this United squad. Yes, he's very young. He started off this season pretty much on a rough patch. We all know that. But we need to remember, yet again, the lad is young, okay? Solskjaer just needs to give him a lot more game time, which I feel like he has started slowly to do more and more now, and I do appreciate that. But we need to see more of it. I think it was maybe in the 85th or 86th minute where Van de Beek came in for Rashford, and I felt like something started to kind of slowly change a little bit. You know, he ended up with assisting Edison Cavani in the 93rd minute, about that time, which was amazing. I loved the whole attacking play, like everything, the touches from each player we had, like Bruno to Cavani, Cavani to Greenwood, and then I think it was Greenwood back to Bruno, and then Bruno to Van de Beek, and then Van de Beek to Cavani. It was just great, and that was technically after Burnley was very close to getting a second goal, if I'm not mistaken. And I felt like our defensive was maybe a little bit shaky, but then I think maybe was Maguire that got the ball out. Bruno took it, and then it all kind of started. It was basically like a contra attack, you know? And that was great. I feel like we need to see definitely a lot more of that, which we had, but we can see more. We are seeing a pattern here that second half often seems to be a lot better, or especially mid-second half. But overall, throughout the game, we don't really have the same consistency, which we need to do. So yeah, that's kind of my overall thoughts about the game. But I do want to go very quickly into the player ratings to just wrap up this video. I actually did write down everything. I might change my mind though. So let's start to talk about Dean Henderson. I want to be honest and say I want to give Dean Henderson maybe a 5. He didn't really have that much to do throughout the game though. I felt like he was a lot better during the Tottenham game last weekend, but I felt like he seemed a lot more shaky and not really that confident in this game. There were a moment when I think it was maybe either before or after the Burnley equalizer, where I think it was maybe a long ball over to Chris Wood, and then Victor Lindelöf was supposed to clear it out. He was in the air trying to head it out, and then for whatever odd reason, Dean Henderson decided to just jump in him to clear out the ball. And I didn't really get that because we can clearly see Victor Lindelöf has it. If Dean Henderson assumed that, okay, Victor probably doesn't have it. No, he doesn't. Then why are you coming so far out your box to try to clear it out when you already have a defender right there ready to take it? But there were also just moments where I just felt like, you know what, a 5 I think is decent. It is what it is. Let's talk about Victor Lindelöf. I'll give him a 6. 5 is average, obviously, but like there wasn't really major errors throughout the game from Victor Lindelöf, so I'll give him a 6. But I didn't really feel like he was like outstanding either. So I think 6 is a decent number though. But for Harry Maguire, I'll give him a 5. You could say that he had the blame for maybe I'll say for the Burnley equalizer. Wasn't strong in the air, and we know that he can be. And that's something that he should be, because we know that he can, but he wasn't. Wan-Bissaka, I'll give a 6. At times, maybe in the first half, he seemed to be maybe a lot more in the attack, which I want to see more of. A little bit anonymous throughout the game. I'll give him a 6. Or should I give him a 5? No, I think I'm going to give him a 6. I think he has it in him, and I feel like sometimes he be getting unfair criticism, but he can grow. Sure, I'll give a 7. He has these crosses that makes a major difference. Probably our most consistent player. He's been amazing this whole season. So a 7 indeed. McTominay, I want to give a 6. I think I need to give Scott McTominay maybe a 5.5 maybe. Like average doesn't necessarily mean that you were awful, you know? Like 4 will be okay, you really didn't have a good game. But 5 is like you had an okay game. Nothing major. There was one point where he almost did score. If Greenwood would have had an assist for that. Pogba, I want to give a 7. He did get an assist. Overall, pretty decent game. Gonna give it to him. Rashford, I'm gonna give a 6. The only reason why I'm giving Rashford a 6 is the fact that he did get an assist. But there were times that, like I said, he overplays it sometimes. Trying to make stuff a little bit too complicated and difficult for himself. There's so many moments, but just in general, he has these tendencies where he gets a big chance, he's right there in the box. There are a couple of dribbles too many. And you can also clearly see that he is not really completely in form as well. So that definitely has a lot to do with it. But overall, he has amazing stats. Definitely one of our most important players, of course. Bruno, I want to say a 7. We didn't necessarily get an assist or a goal, but he was very predominant in all of our goals though, in a way, if I remember correctly. He had a part in all of them. Bruno wasn't on his best level for this game. He has been playing so many games in and out. I still felt like he had a good and decent game. Van de Beek. The reason why I'm giving him an 8, yeah, it was the assist. He had a couple of minutes. I know maybe it's ridiculous for me to give him an 8, but I don't know. I feel like I have a soft spot for the kid. And by that, by the way, it is actually his birthday today, so let's congratulate him. Although he will not see this video. But you know what? We're just sending him the positive vibes. He's turning 24, and it's great to see that he did get an assist, which was indeed important to fully kill the game. I mean, it was in the 93rd minute, but it was very important to see how he needed it for his own confidence, but also that the whole team needed that, you know? And I just am a little annoyed over the fact that why we can't see him starting games, or at least see him getting some more minutes. I really wanted him to get 30 minutes at least. He only got what? I mean, 5 minutes before the added times. So overall, probably 8 minutes. And he still was a key player regardless. But I just feel like, imagine what he could have done if he would have gotten some more minutes. That's just what I'm saying. So let's go into Cavani. I want to also give Cavani an 8, maybe almost a 9. We're going to say an 8. The reason why I want to give Cavani an 8, he did indeed score, right? Amazing. Super important. Is this the 3rd game in a row where he has scored? Probably is. He just shows why we don't necessarily need a new striker at the moment. And I really hope to see him signing a new contract, just one more year. Just feel the fans coming back to the stadium and just getting a taste of that. I think that would be very important for him, but if he doesn't want to be here, we're not going to force the play. We're not going to beg somebody to be here if they don't want to. But I have a feeling that he might stay for one more season, and I really hope that he will be considering that. So we only have to wait and see, but I just feel like he's also important, not just when it comes to the attacking game, but also defensively too. It was a moment where I saw him running all the way back to our own box, right? And then assisting Harry Maguire just to showcase, yo, I'm here. I'll help you out. Just pass me the ball and I can pass it forward. I love that. The guy is the oldest player in the squad right now. He's the uncle to a lot of them. He is everywhere throughout the pitch. He has a lot of energy. I think it was very good to have him as a substitute. Definitely injury prone, so we need to be smart about the way we use Edison Cavani. We need to. I don't think I have forgotten any players, and if I have, let me know down below in the comment section. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, then please give this video a big thumbs up and comment down below your player ratings. What do you think about the game overall? Subscribe if you're new here, and I'll see you guys in the next video, which will be sooner than you think. Peace.